Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Wait, Wednesday. One day off. Days are all jacked up for me, but welcome. I know that if you're watching on YouTube and you're trying to figure out why I'm not on my normal channel, it's because I got a strike because I don't know why. Who knows? Nobody knows. Don't know. They didn't tell me, and I deleted it, and I didn't really care to ask, so I already put the copyright disclaimer. It's right there. When you first watch the video, it's literally right there. You can't miss it. And there it is again. Fair use, etc. YouTube's a little bit shady on how they operate, but you could also watch this on my other channel. Just go under the playlists and you'll see it under favorites. You can watch it there. It's all the same. Makes no difference. It's an inconvenience for a week, but you know what's crazy is I can put it on all the other channels and platforms. It'd be all good. Nobody say anything. Nothing. Nobody have a peep at it. Instagram or Facebook, and even though I marked it as explicit or whatever you want to call it, it didn't make any difference because at the same time, they don't care. It's just the way it is. It's fine. It's fine because the show must and will go on, and you know what? That's okay. It's all good. We don't need no education. The only thing I can think of is I said that homeboy got, he was dead when he was dead soon as that happened. Unfortunate. Very fortunate that nobody else was hurt. Condolences, of course, to the families, friends, loved ones, everybody affected by this senseless, whatever you want to call it, violence. Don't blame the gun. Blame the crazy motherfucker they're still looking for, by the way, that, had the weapon and caused it. That's the best way I can explain it to you. There's no good reasoning or anything else behind it. It's just crazy, stupid shit. Fixing to drink. What are we doing here? Hold on. Picked up a new flavor of that torch. This is Blue Raz lemonade, 60 milligrams, and only 15 calories, very low sugar. There's that 4-pack of this will run you about $24. Not a bad price. All the infused drinks, Farm Bill approved, are a little on the pricey side, but that's normal. It is what it is. Speaking of which, before I forget, grassrootskc.com. Plug them. Use code MAX10. Save yourself some green on some green. You know what I mean, baby? Do it. Just do it. Make it happen. Save yourself some money. You know you're going to do it. No, I'm not tired of it. Just subscribe and we'll get to where we need to be. Thank you. Anybody want to come on? I'm going to send an invite link right here, right now. So you want to come on here and I'll give my picks of the week as I've been doing here once football season started. So I'm going to continue to do so until I get my regular channel back. I'll be on this plus all the other ones: Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, X, and Rumble. Rumble and X, honestly, I'll tell you what, for what they are, they're the least restrictive of all these different platforms out here. And even though they're social media, they're also allowing you to be real and authentic without having to sit here and walk on eggshells. And careful what you say. You don't want to get in trouble for having an opinion. And you know what? You know how many people saw that shit, that graphic shit, with what happened with Charlie Kirk? A lot. And not to mention, you know what? How many people saw the Challenger explode? A lot. You know, there are people on there. There were. What about when? Oh, let's see. So many examples. It's like a never-ending cycle. But you know, 9/11. You think when them airplanes hit the building, there weren't any people on there, or are you just not thinking anymore? So what did I do? Nothing wrong. Just do the right thing, and sometimes you get penalized for it. But like I said, I know enough about how to work around YouTube system that I'm not even worried about it. It's not a big deal. It just, here's what happens. I get a strike. I'm going to go ahead and give you a strike, YouTube. And I'm going to take away, to start out with, YouTube TV. No. First, I'll start out by taking away that Google Internet and go with somebody else. That's you give me a strike, I give you a strike. Next, happens again, you're going to lose, or I'll lose and find something else. YouTube TV. After that, if it happens the third time, done with all Alphabet Inc. products, period. Done. No more. Believe me, it can be done. It's possible. But yeah, Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace. Unbelievable. And you know, unchecked mental health. It's not a gun that picks up itself and does anything. I promise you. I guarantee you. I promise you, triple, quadruple guarantee you that there's no weapon that's going to walk up by itself, short of like a drone. It's, you know, AI and doesn't have any kind of oversight and autonomous, etc. That's going to do its own thing. It's not going to happen. So they're saying the distance was a couple miles away, which sounds crazy, but is it impossible? Not necessarily. But just from how it sounded a lot closer. Sounded a lot closer. And that is delicious. I didn't mind the other flavor either with the pineapple, but this is good. Anyway, let me pull the screen up here. Take a look at the games. What do we want to go with? Yahoo? Or yeah, we'll go with Yahoo. Why? Because fuck Google. Yeah, YouTube need to quit dripping. I said I'll go to another platform and not even worry about it. Not even worry about it at all. All right. All right. Tomorrow night. Excuse me. Didn't mean to cough in your ear by any means. Let me back up just a second. Versus game tomorrow night. Commanders going to Green Bay. I expect it to be a good game. Looks like, 3.5 point spread, over under is 48. Show this screen here. You guys will be able to see it as well. Bear with me. You guys are the best. If you haven't done so already, hit that like, subscribe, share, notify. Means a lot to me. Means a great deal for the channel. Maybe not necessarily this YouTube channel, but every platform. They all mean everything. The guy that sits here and doesn't have a whole lot going on, not like in life or anything like that, just in general. It's wild sometimes, difficult, and it can be very frustrating. So, anybody in similar position, I feel your pain. 100%. 100%. Yeah. So, let's see if we can pray a little bit of a preview here. Not much of a preview here that they've got, but I picked the Packers in this one to go ahead and show up and show out and get W over a very good Washington team. Don't think Washington's a slouch by any means. They're not. They are not. And I expect that it's going to be a good game. Is it going to be a close game? I think so. I think it will be a close game, but I think ultimately Green Bay proved that they're very good, very well coached, disciplined, and can get the job done. Same with Washington. Washington's still young, and it's going to make a difference when it comes to experience and other things, etc. So just keep that in mind. One of those things that you can't overlook by any means. Period. So that's my bet on that one. And next, I'm going to say that is delicious. That is a damn fine flavor. $60 milligrams. That's going to be, by the taste of it, a sativa dominant. Yeah, sativa dominant. Like I said, 60 milligrams. There's stuff that comes in over 100 milligrams. And depending on your tolerance, then everything's Farm Bill approved, of course, since 2018. Thank you, President Trump. So, yeah. I'm going to go and still post my picks. I'll do it on this other YouTube channel once we're done. But Green Bay, I'm taking Green Bay. This is out of order from what I have here written down. And like I said, we can go and listen to 2 minutes worth of audio. And I don't mind if we do it. It's not a big deal. It's commentary and it gives a little bit of insight on them. But I like Green Bay. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And like I said, things are out of order from where I have them written down. Seattle, Pittsburgh. I've got Pittsburgh, I believe. Yes, I do have Pittsburgh in that game over Seattle. And Aaron Darnold, sorry, and the boys. And with good reason. I think that as good as Seattle may be, I don't think that they're anywhere as good a team as Pittsburgh is. Pittsburgh looked good. And, Aaron Rodgers out there with 4 tutties the other night. He showed up. And Aaron Darnold, like I said, Aaron Darnold is Aaron Darnold. What else you got to say about it? It's Aaron Darnold. So I think that it's going to be a good game, but ultimately I think the Steelers are going to go ahead and get the W. That's my opinion, and I believe it to be true. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's right. And let me back up a little bit here. So let me also grab my pen. Put it. You ever take a pen and then forget where you put that? And then you're looking for the pen, and you're like, ah. Then it's right in front of you, and you're like, yeah. Like I said, this is out of order from where I had it. But so far, we got the Packers and the Steelers. Dun, dun, dun. And let's look at where the money's at. Let's look at the money. The money, oops. The money that's going, what? Pittsburgh, 3 points on the over under, or 3-point spread, and 40 points on the over under. Like I said, I like Pittsburgh. We're going Pittsburgh. Cleveland, Baltimore. Before we do that, let me back up. Cleveland, Baltimore, over under on that one is 11.5, and 40. Excuse me, spread's 11.5. Over under is 45, and I got the Browns not winning the game. Big shocker there, I'm sure, to everybody involved. But yeah, I don't foresee the Browns beating the Ravens. I think the Ravens are gonna get payback for that absolute travesty, if you want to call it, 15-point lead blown somehow, some way. Then yeah, that's exactly how and why it happened. But I expect it to be a good game. I expect it to be a close game, believe it or not. But ultimately, I'm going to go and take the Ravens to take out the Browns of Cleveland. And next, let's go to Buffalo and New York. This is one of those. Are you sure, Max? Damn right I am. If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't say it. But this game, the Jets are going to win. Yeah, I said it and I meant it. The Jets are going to upset. This is going to be one of those upsets, by the way. They're going to upset the Bills. Why? Because the Bills, it took a lot out of them. Yeah, it'd make you a better team in a lot of ways, but it also take a lot out of you. That's like your Super Bowl in many ways. And in this case, I think the Jets, they look really good against a good, possibly very good Steelers team, and they're going to come out this week and they're going to show you that Justin Fields is a good quarterback. And nothing against Josh Allen, defending MVP, but I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Justin Fields. So we're taking, once again, the Jets over Buffalo. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll go back and look real quick. Oops. Where are we at? There we go. 6.5 point spread. Over and under is 46.5. So whatever. I'll take it. I'll take it. All day. Next, San Fran, New Orleans. No big surprise. I like San Fran and not against New Orleans, but we're going to take the Niners against the Saints. Spencer Rattler. It's not that Spencer Rattler's a bad quarterback. He's just not on a great team. unfortunately, and that's not his fault so much. Can't always control where you get drafted or who you end up with. And in the case of Spencer Rattler, he just happens to, you know, play for a Saints team that's not in the best shape, not in the best position. Pittsburgh, it's got a 3-point over under, or excuse me, 3-point spread with a 40-point over under. You know, or excuse me, wrong game. San Fran had a long day. Not much sleep. Ever. San Fran with, in my opinion, the win. Guarantee it? Yeah, why not? And as far as the odds are concerned, San Francisco, 3 points on the spread, and the over-under is 40.5 points. And we're taking the Niners. And let me just see if anything different comes up when I do it that way. No. I just wanted to make sure. Next game we got is going to be New England, Miami. Another one of my picks. This one, Miami, we're talking 1.5 as far as the spread, and the over-under is 43.5. So they expect it to be a high-scoring game, which it very well may be. It's going to be in Miami, so you would expect them to do a good job. And a lot of people don't believe in Miami. They think that because of their efficiency of 1.7, I believe it was last week, not so good. And it isn't good. There's no way to sugarcoat it, but home opener in Miami, I feel that they have what it takes, even though I'm not sold on Tua. I have never been sold on Tua. He has yet to prove himself when it matters. And they're just, they got some issues, but I think that they can make things work and pull out a win come this week. And that's why we're picking Miami. That's right. Miami will win. New England, they got some work to do. They've got to get used to the system. The variable is, he's running and he's operating. The biggest mistake that they made, in my opinion, is getting rid of Joe Milton. That's crazy talk. That's crazy. But moving right along. Next game. We've got dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Get here. Sorry, everybody. And I hope you guys are having a great week. Been a long week, seems like. Yeah, I know. Me too. Next, we have the Rams of Los Angeles visiting the Titans and Cam Ward of Tennessee. Odds are 5.5 points as far as the spread, and the over-under 41.5. I have in this game, dun 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 dun. I guess a lot of sorts. I've got the Rams beating the Titans of Tennessee in Tennessee. The Rams are a good quality team. There is absolutely no doubt about it. They are a talented team. They might have their issues here and there, but ultimately, as close as a game that it was last week against the Texans, they did prove that they are still very much a quality, if not elite team with elite players, elite coaches, and a winning mentality and knowing how to get the job done. So I think that CJ Stroud and the Texans are a great team. They just weren't able to get things done. We're going with the Rams over the Titans and Cam Ward, who, once again, good player, bad team. It's going to be that way, unfortunately. So, moving right along. Dun, 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 dun. We got the Bears and Detroit. Both teams, the Bears and their current head coach, Ben Johnson going up against his former team where he was the coordinator, offensive coordinator, rather, the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell. Neither the Lions, the Bears, nor the Jets, with two former coordinators of the Lions under Dan Campbell, including Dan Campbell and the Lions himself, were able to win last week. Coincidence? Maybe. They belong together, not separated. You got to get these guys together and keep them together, but I digress. That's good stuff. I don't care who you are. Oh, excuse me. So we got 6.5 point spread, but 46.5 point over under. This game, I think it'll be an interesting game in many ways. Caleb Williams, I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. I'm just not. But I am sold of Dan Campbell and him being able to find a way to win. I believe that he does have a better quarterback in Jared Goff. I believe he has better weapons in a way that he's able to utilize them with Jared Goff as opposed to what Caleb Williams is able to do, plus being able to not finish the game like they did the other night and absolutely fall apart to the Vikings. Which, by the way, was one of the 4 games that I lost. So I ended up 12-4. The Chiefs screwed me. The Panthers screwed me. The Bears screwed me. And who else? Who else screwed me? Who was it? Houston, the Texans. It's all right. I'm not mad. It's okay. Things happen that way. They're not always going to work out the way you always want them to. But this game, I got Detroit. That's right. Detroit beating the Bears, because after what I saw out of the Bears and not being able to finish a complete game, I have little to no, I don't want to say confidence, but I want to say that it probably is confidence that they're able to pull out the W. Odds as far as the game goes, Detroit 6 point. As far as the spread over under is 46.5. So they expect it to be a high scoring matchup. I expect it to be more defensive oriented, but we'll see. There's definitely offensive individuals on both sides of the ball. So we'll see. We'll see. I look forward to it either way it goes. And you know what else I look forward to? All you guys hitting that subscribe, like, share, notification. And if you don't do it on this channel, as far as if you're watching on YouTube, go to my other channel. YouTube decided that I'm just, bad guy, huh? Reported a mass casualty or a single casualty, unfortunate event, whatever you want to call it, and got a strike. But I'm smarter than the average bear boo. So anyway, rest in peace, Charlie Cook, once again. Anyway, moving right along. Before we do, make sure you know that Cycling Frog, 50 milligrams of THC, Farm Bill approved since 2018, plus 50 milligrams of CBD. The drinks, I feel, do better in the way of pain and relief than any of the bullshit meds that they try to push down your throat, sell you, get you addicted to. So go the natural route. It's expensive, but I believe it to be a whole lot more effective and a lot safer. Anyway, I don't get paid to plug any of this stuff. I'm just telling you with the man that has disabilities and what works best for me. Next, Giants, Cowboys. Dun, 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 dun. 5.5 is the spread. 44.5 is the over-under. I have Dallas in this one. And the reason I have Dallas in this one is because the Eagles aren't the greatest team, but you know what? I'll tell you who's even worse are the Giants and Jackson Dart and Russell Wilson and the rest of the team. And if something doesn't change, this is going to be the last year that coach, what's his name? Brian Dable is going to be there. I'm just telling you. Just saying. It's a real thing. I don't see the Cowboys losing this game. They played the Eagles. They did decent. Dak did Dak stuff. I'm not a big Dak fan. I'm just hoping he gets injured so Joe Milton gets to play. I think Joe Milton's that guy. I'm telling you. Call me kooky all you want. Call me crazy, but I believe it to be true. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And believe it, like it, love it. It's just the way it is. I'm not lying, baby. If I'm lying, I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making money on this. I'm just telling you how it is and how I think it's going to go down. And moving right along. Dun, 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 dun. We've got, excuse me. What is it? Jacksonville and Cincinnati. 3.5 point over under or 3.5 point spread, 49 point over under. I took Cincinnati, though. I think it's going to be a close game. I like the fact that Cincinnati does have a good veteran team. I like Joe Burrow, even though I don't like Joe Burrow. But I think that they have enough to be able to do what it takes in order to beat the Jaguars, who did beat the Panthers and Bryce Young last week. But you know what? Sometimes that happens. Is it going to happen this week? I don't know, but I don't think so. That's why we're going with the Bengals and Joe Burrow and T. Higgins and Chase Young. And more importantly, whoever could establish a ground game and stay with it is going to win. It's just the way it is. And it's not just this game, it's any game. Sometimes I think the NFL gets away from that, but I digress as we move right along. Moving right along. Next game we have Arizona, Carolina. In this game, I've got, let's see, we got 6.5 points as far as the spread with a 43.5 point over under. I've got the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, proven that he could be that guy and is that guy. Marvin Harrison Jr., I think they've got what it takes. I like the Cardinals in this game, and that's why we're sticking with that pick, and that's what we're going with. And like I said, last week's game, Arizona was able to go out. They were able to prove that they can play, they can ball, they can keep up, and they proved it by winning the game. Hey, hello, hi. In Carolina, less than impressive. They had some opportunities, they had their moments, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Too little, too late, sloppy play, mistakes, poor execution, bad play calling, and everything and anything else that you could do possibly to lose a game. They were able to do that and accomplish it very well. So, now, granted, the Saints aren't any kind of superstar all-star team. Keep that in mind. And, I'm not saying Jacksonville and Duval is the best either, but if we're talking about two teams that played two other teams where they are level wise, yes, Arizona's clearly better. And in this case, Carolina has a lot of work to do. I still think that they will improve as the season does go on. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Just bear with me. Bear with them. I'm not playing for either one of these sons of bitches. So I'm just telling you. Next, we have dun, 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 Denver, Indianapolis. We got 1.5-point spread with a 42.5-point over under. In this game, though Denver had an ugly win, a win is a win, and the Colts had a dominant win over Miami. I've got Indianapolis in this game beating the Broncos, even though I said that the AFC West is the toughest division, and I still do believe that to be true. However, from what I saw out of the Colts, Shane Steichen and company, and dare I say it, Daniel Jones, I have no reason to doubt that they have the ability to win this game along with many others, possibly their division, and get into the postseason. Am I saying that a little prematurely? Maybe, maybe not. I'm just telling you how I see things, how I feel, and how I think things are going to go. And as far as anything else is concerned, we just have to wait till the game is played and see if I'm right. And if I am, then you know what? Maybe you should listen to a little bit more than me, occasionally, and hit that subscribe, like, share, notification, etc. And by the way, just so you know, this isn't my regular channel, and if you wanted to, you can go to my favorites on my regular channel, which is the So Fucking Great Variety Show, and you can find this under favorites. It's a way to circumvent certain things on this one platform with the red and like a play button thing icon. It's very sensitive and controlling. But anyway, back to business. We've got the Colts beating the Broncos in this one, and I like the Colts. I really do. I really do. Daniel Jones has the opportunity to redeem himself and prove that he deserves to be where he's at. And hey, I'm right there with him. I believe in the guy. I really do. I really, really do. Next, we got my Chiefs home opener in Arrowhead against the Eagles. We got a 1-point spread with a 47-point over-under, but I expect that to be about true. The Chiefs last week against the Chargers on Friday night played horrible, and that's not to say anything bad about the Chargers. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but they don't deserve for anything, etc. I'm just telling you the Chiefs played a terrible game, and the Chargers played a better game, and that was the difference. And this week, when it comes down to it, and it's not because I always go for the Chiefs because I'm in Kansas City and I'm a Chiefs fan. No. No, I'll be honest with you. If I don't think they're going to win or have a chance to win, I'm not going to pick them. It's that simple. But in this case, I think the Chiefs are going to be able to find a way to win. Andy and the rest of the guys are going to be able to realize the mistakes and the shortcomings that they made by selling out the run, not sticking with it, not giving it the opportunity that they should have, not even utilizing somebody like Pacheco, like Clyde Edwards-Helaire that you could use out of the backfield, and he's very effective in that case. But ultimately, I think it's going to be an exciting, fun game to watch. A rematch of last year's Super Bowl where my Chiefs did lose convincingly against the Eagles. And ultimately, I think it'll be a great game, fun game to watch. And I think a lot of people are looking forward to it, including myself. And, I think that announced Xavier Worthy's shoulder injury will not require surgery or a potential IR stint at this time. So, from what I understand, he is not on the injury report. By he, I'm referring to Xavier Worthy. So, we could expect and look forward to seeing Worthy on Sunday afternoon. And I hope we do. We could surely use them. Otherwise, we got a lot of guys that are, I don't want to call them scrubs, but less than Juju's all right. Hollywood had his issues at the start of the game. You know, who are you left with? Who are you left with? Yeah, of course you have Travis Kelce, but besides that, you should have enough offensively between Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, even Remigio and the rest of these guys that you might not have ever heard of. They should have been able to step up and take care of business, but they didn't. So, what do you do? Happens that way. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do, nothing you can do, nothing that we can do. We just move on. Can't dwell on the past. You got to look towards the future, baby. Next game we got Minnesota, Atlanta. This one we're looking at 3.5 points as far as the spread, and the over/under is 44.5. I have Minnesota, and it pains me to even say that just because I'm not a big Minnesota guy, but they were able to come back. They were able to take care of business, and you know what? They did it convincingly. Not gonna lie. They did it convincingly. And because of that, that's why they won. It's that simple. It is that simple. And both of these teams, Atlanta, they didn't look good at all, really. They had a couple moments to where you thought it was going to go all right. Could they have won that game? Yeah. It came down to a missed field goal. If that field goal wasn't missed, the whole game is different. But in this case, J.J. McCarthy, he didn't get started until he threw on his warrior face paint or whatever he calls it. But if that's what it takes for you to be able to win a game, then throw on your warrior face paint and do what you do. All right? Do what you do. And you know what? It worked. He started out slow. The first 3.5 quarters, they were awful, and then they came to life, and they came back and destroyed the Bears in Chicago, and the rest was history. Excuse me. Boom, 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 boom. Bear with me for just a second, amigos and amigas. Speaking of which, on my regular channel, over 10% of the individuals are on there. Over 10% are of the female variety. So I thank you. I think that's super cool that we've got women that are interested in sports, and my other channel is a variety show, so we talk about more than just sports. But this particular channel here that I'm broadcasting from, it's pretty much exclusive to sports. So we stick with the sports on this one. And if you want, after this, I'm probably going to hop on, not YouTube, but Rumble and a few more, and do a little bit of broadcasting of some music, and go just have a little fun. Just have a little fun. Wife is gonna be coming home about 9:30 in the a.m. from Hawaii, Honolulu. She texted me just a little bit ago, letting me know that she is on getting ready to jump on. the plane flies into Chicago. Yeah. So that's cool. But man, it's Chicago. Not that great. I promise you. Been there many a time. Got family there. I know Chicago very well. Not saying anything bad about Chicago. I'm just saying. And I'm adjusting this right here. And I have to make sure that I double check that. And mathematically, I didn't miss anything because, like I said, the order that I had these in versus the order that Yahoo Sports has it in is going to be a little bit different. So it took just a minute longer. And we're down to our last two games. Doubleheader Monday night. One game starts at 6 Central, the other game 9 Central. First one, Buccaneers, Houston. This game, I think, is going to be a really good game. As much as I love Baker Mayfield and what he's been able to do in Tampa, I am very confident also in what the Texans are able to accomplish. They were very close last week against the Rams team that is good. Like I said, a little bit older, not what they used to be, but still very good team. And in Los Angeles, they were able to hang. And I'll tell you, I feel good about what their odds and their chances are against the Buccaneers come this week. And that's why I'm picking the Texans as another one of my picks. I don't think that they're going to be in Houston, home opener, and going to lose. I don't see it happening. Too much talent on both sides of the ball. CJ Stroud, still a young guy and developing, but he's going to make it. He's going to be fine. They got great coaching. They got leadership. They've got a will and a desire to win. They can do it, and I believe that they will. So, and we'll double check the odds on that one before we move on to our next game, because the odds on that one, we've got 2.5 points as far as the spread and a 42.5 point over under, and we went with Houston. My next and final game, the Raiders and the Chargers of Los Angeles going into Las Vegas, into the Death Star, the black hole of Vegas, to face the Raiders, my second squad. 3.5 points is going to be the spread with the 46.5 point over under. I like both teams. I think that Harbaugh super weird, but he likes to motivate his players in his own strange way. I think that the dynamic and the angst and animosity between Harbaugh and Carroll for so long is hilarious. It's a story within the story within itself. I think it's always entertaining. I love the fact that the Raiders are going to be in Vegas. I know Justin Herbert is the early front runner after 1 week for MVP, which is insane. But I don't make these crazy decisions or those wild takes. I'm just a guy. That's it. Just a dude giving you my opinion, and as the copyright fair use thing said, educational commentary and whatever else the hell it says. That's all we're doing here. But this game, we're taking the Raiders. That's right. We're taking the Raiders. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Pete Carroll is going to piss off Harbaugh, and maybe they'll start swinging at each other. And this is the first game of the doubleheader on Monday night. So I'm looking forward to it. Raiders defense, not the best. A little soft. Chargers, though, they played the Chiefs. And like I said, it's not that the Chargers are bad. The Chiefs just played like shit. Like, look at that play right there. Would have caught it, could have made a difference. and you had Patrick Mahomes, the one-man wrecking crew, but wasn't enough. Then you had some good catches, but like I said, you have to. It's not a one-man game, and you can't have Mahomes play offense and defense. Also, Tart should have been ejected for that right there, because what happened before last game of the preseason and Shiloh Sanders, didn't he get ejected? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm just making sure, because to me that seems like double standard, but that's me. I'm just calling it the way I see it. Anyway, once again, reiterate, we've got Raiders over the Chargers Monday night, second game of the doubleheader. That one's at 9, and now we're going to go over it. These are my weekly winner picks, and I'll post them in the comments section of the True Sports YouTube channel, since I can't post or comment or do anything else on my main channel because I'm a bad guy. Because when a guy's bleeding out on stage and you know he's not going to make it, and you say something and you got reliable sources and you see the video as it happens and you're like, damn, ain't no way. Yeah, you get in trouble for that. Maybe they didn't like the fact that I was the first one to report on it. I don't know. But once again, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Nothing but, prayers for you and your family. And you know what? Sad and ironic in the worst possible way, simply because you're talking about gun violence, giving a speech on that as you get shot and killed. It's sick. It's crazy. Oh, excuse me. All right. Here we go. We've got the Packers. We got the Cowboys. We got the Steelers. Got the Rams. Got the Jets. Got the Dolphins. Got the Bengals. Got the 49ers. Got the Ravens. Got the Lions. Got the Colts. Got the Cardinals. Got the Chiefs. Got the Vikings. Got the Texans. Got the Ravens. Or Raiders. That's what we're talking about. That's what's up. Last week we went 12-4. Yeah, that is what is up. 12-4 last week. That's what's up. So I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you tuning in. I'm gonna set up another live, and like I said, this one not gonna be on YouTube. Not gonna be on Facebook either. Not gonna be on Twitch. It's gonna be exclusive on Rumble. Rumble, X, and Kick. So I'm gonna do it. I'll set it up here in the next hour, maybe less. And yeah, we're just gonna listen to some music and chill. Just gonna listen to some music and chill. I'm not gonna talk about sports. It's not going to be on YouTube, so you won't find it on YouTube. It's not going to be on Instagram. I'm not going to find it on Instagram. I might put it on Facebook. Fuck it, I might put it on Facebook and I might put it on Instagram, but it's not going to be on YouTube. Basically, it's going to be on everything but YouTube. And we're just going to play some music, chill out, relax. We're going to just talk it up, chop it up. Anybody that want to come up on here, more than welcome to do so. What up, homie? What up? Whenever you're streaming, add me to do it. You want to come on here? There's an invite, bro. Real. And I'll be on, like I said, what time we got? We got 8:58 p.m. So we're going to be on 9:15 latest. Go take care of a couple things. get medicated. I wonder how well. No, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out myself. No big deal. But aside from that, I'm not going to bore you with any more anything else. And I appreciate you all once again. Sorry for getting a strike. Bad boy, bad guy. Boogie boogity. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cut some shorts up. And however long cutting up these shorts takes, then I'll be back up on here and we'll just chill and do what we do. Do what we do. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you all. Check out, you can subscribe to this channel because gotta have you a burner channel. You haven't forgot, what you do is here, I'll tell you what you do. If you get a strike on YouTube, you got to have your burner channel already. You can't have it later. Have a burner channel, maybe 2 burner channels. That way, if you get a strike for some bullshit, what you do, go to your burner channel. And what you do after you go to your burner channel, set up your live that way and do that beforehand with your OBS software. It doesn't matter whether it's StreamYard, whether it's, a paid or unpaid, doesn't make any difference. But you set up your stream. This is before you get your strike, obviously. Set it up, find out you got a strike, go to your burner channel, use that one instead. And from like a smart TV, you go to from your original channel, add the burner channel's broadcast to your favorites or anywhere else on your playlist. Don't try to do it from your smartphone because it won't let you. You can do it from some PCs depending on the browser. But basically, as long as you have a smart TV, you can do it and have it broadcast on your channel all the same. So you can still direct traffic to your channel. It's a way of circumventing the system. There's plenty of ways to circumvent YouTube's system. Believe me, their algorithm ain't perfect by any means, especially when it comes to your OG Russian hacker, man. You can't play with me, boy. You know that? Shit. Russian. I've been doing this all my life. But not a bad idea to subscribe just in case. And I don't plan on doing sports on one channel and then doing something else on another channel. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I just rather have all of it all at once. And like I said, anybody at any time is more than welcome to come on, chop it up, have some fun, talk about whatever. I've said this before a million times. Not a one-trick pony by any means. Not me. Not going to happen. You can come on here. We can talk about whatever, anything and everything. So that's what's up. That's how we roll. And we talked about sports tonight. Unfortunately, YouTube's a bunch of pussies. They don't always like reality. They like to live a sheltered, clean, family-friendly, whatever you want to call it, type of bullshit fantasy land. That's on them. I don't run that way. I'm not here for the algorithm. I'm here for you. I'm here for me. I'm here for the community. I'm here for us. That's what's up. That's how we keep it real. I'll be back. Hey, you family. We keep it tight, all right? And don't think I'm not going to be back next week. And I'll make sure that I tone it down and not get in trouble again so I don't have to go and circumvent things. But I'll be back on, especially if you want to listen to some music and chill. We get that done, all right? Anyway, it's your boy. I'll be back. We out. You got the picks? I'm not telling you to mortgage your house. I'm just telling you this white thing's going to win. Now you know. And that's the show. Booyah!